Hello everyone, this is Ripper, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the second devblog for Mordhau. This devblog did come out a little while ago, about a month at the uploading of this video, but it is still very, very relevant. You're now seeing a beautiful montage of destruction and bloody battle, and oh my god, it's so good. I'm going to try not to swoon too much over this game because I am ridiculously excited for it. This video will be a little bit slower than the last one. I'm going to be talking about things in relation to Chivalry, in relation to other games that I play like Mount & Blade, perhaps, as the video goes on. If you want to see the video, check out the description itself. I'd highly recommend you watch it before watching this video. It is fantastic, and Merax will talk to you a lot about cool stuff, as he's going to be talking right now. So, what he's talking about is the general combat idea of Mordhau. It's a pre-alpha game, however, everything is placeholder at the moment, but they're focusing on making the controls very tight, making the attacks as customizable as the cosmetics, and making everything in the game very fluid. Right now, they take a beautiful jab at Chivalry there about how it's a ballerina game, and I completely agree. The main reason I think a lot of us are a little bit fed up with Chivalry, for those of you who are in fact fed up with Chivalry, I know I am, is that it's got so many mechanics in it that are just so subpar given what it is. And that could be done so much better. And Mordhau is attempting to improve upon that. So, again, the main point of Mordhau is its angular attacks. Right now, Merax is going to be showing you that. There are many different alternative attacks. If you count them all, you can attack directly above. You can attack in either direction diagonally. You can attack on either side. You can do alternative attacks on any way. You can stab, of course, and there's an alternate attack for that even, as you see there. And it's just ridiculous. You can stab from any direction. The amount of customization is incredible. Compared to something like Chivalry, obviously Chivalry had a couple of set attacks. It had 4 different attacks, as well as alternative attacks for some of those, depending on your weapon. Overhead stab and side swings. But Mordhau is giving just such a ridiculous amount of customization that the combat is going to be so incredibly deep. The skill ceiling is going to be raised as a result of that as well. And right now, they're talking about the parrying. That's what Merax is talking about. How parrying has to be exact, very precise. No more butt parries, friends. And also, there are 3 parry areas. What you just saw there, before I get back to that, what you just saw there, your weapon can be flung out of your hand. When you run out of stamina, that is what happens. Your weapon, you lose your grip on it. And they're using the same sort of tracer combat, of course, as Chivalry, a little bit tighter, however, going for accuracy above all else, which I love. That is a huge thing for me. And effectively, what that means is you will have as close to one-to-one combat as you can. And that's just amazing. What you just saw there, he just slit the guy's throat, which is really cool. They have partial dismemberment, which is awesome. Also, the turn speed is locked. That's what he's talking about now. Makes sense. Same thing in Chivalry. Similar thing in Mount & Blade Warband. And things of that nature. So, right here, he's talking about how clashing is a thing in this game. That's incredible. This is something that Mercsmod has been promising for a long time in Chivalry. This is something that Warmod, a mod for Chivalry, has had for some time. It's a little bit finicky, though. But in Mordhau, it's beautiful, it's incredible, it works. It makes the combat so deep, so fulfilling, and it is an immense mechanic to have in the game. It'll make fights so much more quicker, so much more fun and engaging. And now is the big whammy, something called chambering. Another immense mechanic. When I call a mechanic immense, you know it's just important. It makes timing everything. So if you are skilled with your response timing, which should be a large part of the skill ceiling in most competitive games, which are first-person like this, or like Counter-Strike, then you should have the upper hand. In Chivalry, that was really not much the case. It's really who knew the more ridiculous tactic, and if both of the people knew the more ridiculous tactic, it's who could feint first and not get read by the opponent. So chambering is everything in Mordhau, and it is an incredible step in the right direction. It completes the circle that feinting, dragging, and parrying created. And this is a combat circle. It's on the Mordhau website. Go check it out. That's also going to be in the description. Now, kicking is being talked about. Kicking is kind of a ridiculous mechanic in Chivalry because you kick once, that just gives you some distance. You kick hard, as opposed to a light kick, then your opponent, if they're wielding a shield, it pushes them farther. If they're not, then it deals a little bit of damage to them, could kill them. In Mordhau, it actually is a serious mechanic, whereas if you kick in Mordhau, that will actually stun the opponent, as though they were stammed out in Chivalry. It's an incredible thing. And that's kicks, also a fantastic thing. You can also counter kick, which is probably what you saw a minute ago. Currently, he's getting into a completely different thing from kicks, which are weapon modes. And that is the Mordhau, the death grip you can do with swords. With a halberd, as you're seeing here, you can come up for a more accurate strike. And with single-handed weapons, you can throw them. That is amazing. That is going to be my absolute favorite thing. I loved that in Deadliest Warrior. And you can parry them. What is this? That's so cool. You can even clash with them. I love the depth they're taking this combat system. It's just ridiculous. I'm going to keep saying ridiculous many, many times because that's what this game is. And the amount of possibilities in the combat, as you're seeing right now, is limitless. You can chain ripostes, chambers, feints, kicks, all in one. You can have a fun battle by just clashing, but if you want to take it up a notch, you start chambering, you start adding in a feint or two. I have a complete confidence that this game will make the casual player feint, because it will be a big part of the game. You're going to have to feint to be, even in a casual sense, skillful. However, at the same time, you may not have to do that. You can chamber. If you have good reaction times, you can deal with any kind of feint. You'll just strike, and if you're striking in the same direction as your opponent, bam, that is your initiative. You have taken the initiative in the combat. And right here we have siege weaponry. I'm so glad to see that in the game. I love siege weaponry. Any of you who have seen my videos will know I am a huge fan of siege weaponry. It is a massive part of the game for me. I don't know why they're looking at YouTube comments right now. But siege weaponry are cool. Bows and arrows, obviously, that's a thing. Maybe javelins will be coming. I have no idea. Shields are also a thing. They were talking about that a little while ago in the video as well. And dismemberment. What they're talking about now. Again, in the overview video 1, I was saying that dismemberment is by far the one thing that brought me into Chivalry. It's probably one of my favorite aspects. And as you can see here, they're not making it easy to do. You have to be good at dismembering people. Otherwise, you're just going to slice their neck off. You're just going to give partial dismemberment. Here they're talking about armor, which in the Slasher pre-alpha was in a prototype stage, and I thought was incredible. I think the idea of classes in a game like this is kind of silly, so armor is the perfect middle ground. When you wear light armor, you move a bit quicker. Wear heavy armor, you move a bit slower, but that also correlates to how much damage you can take, how much damage resistance you have, things of that nature. All in all, this dev blog is by far probably going to be my favorite. I'm not sure what they're going to be working on later on. Something, just before I go with a summary here, the thing with getting hit multiple times with heavy armor, obviously it's a pre-alpha, they're going to be working stuff out, but they are not trying to get a realistic experience, which is what Merrick's literally just says in the dev blog. So again, this game, I have no idea when it's coming out, to those of you who are asking. I don't know what to tell you, but by the gods, I am excited, and anytime I know anything, you can be sure I'm going to upload something about it. I'm going to go ahead and end my commentary of the video upon the ending of this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's a Kickstarter, I will put out a video instantaneously and tell you guys how much money I threw at it, because I know I'm going to throw money at it. But thank you guys for watching. As always, have a grand day, and I shall see you kind people next time.